And I don't want to say any names, but I've had that happen before too. And someone would like, when I had my little Lancer, so like we would be talking on the way to the gig. But on mames, I had to like turn the AC the other way because like he would talk into the AC, pues me la avienta todo, güey. So like when he'd be talking, he'd be like, and I'm like, oh. So it fucking stung, dude. What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 42 of CharroBeans podcast. A Mariachi podcast. Hey, nice. You put in that second tagline.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's because, like I said, it's so that people that come across it, they're like, oh, so this isn't a podcast about beans, like how to make beans. Right?
Yeah.
It's a podcast. It's a mariachi podcast.
How about mariachi?
I would think so.
For the most part.
We should just fuck with people, and then
Excuse me?
so we should just fuck with people and actually have an episode where we're just dedicated to making charro beans.
You want to cook?
No.
You know how long it takes to make beans?
You can put them in a, what are they called? A pressure cooker. Like you put all the ingredients in there and just leave it there for like 8 hours. You know
8 hours?
Well, I don't know.
That's
but
still a while, bro.
Yeah, but you put it on like, say you go to in the morning and then you come back home from work and it's already there.
Exactly. Takes a while.
Yeah, but you don't do anything. You just let it cook.
That's why they burn up, because you forget about them.
You ever had burnt beans?
Yeah.
You have?
It's all my fault, too. My mom's like, I'm going to take a nap. Cuida los frijoles. And I'm like, no pasa nada, ya. And I'm like, just like
Does it smells, right? Like
yeah,
it smells like
shit.
shit.
Lick them out.
Oh, okay.
You never had burnt beans?
I don't think so.
And then like I get more yelled at because I start like putting water in there and mixing them up.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to do that, apparently.
No?
No.
Oh.
Because you're supposed to instead vacías la olla with so all the good beans pass over and mix them up with the burnt ones.
Don't ask me about no cooking questions. The best I can do is a bowl of cereal.
I make pretty good rice, except
No, I can make breakfast. Most guys can make breakfast.
oh, true.
Cause you just heat it up.
Yeah.
Like you crack the egg and heat it up. That's it. You know.
I can make quesadillas.
Fucking, there's two ingredients: tortilla and cheese. That's like every kid's like struggle meal. Cause like it's just you don't even need carne. Like just fucking, just fucking.
I mean, you could put ham in there.
Huh?
You could put ham. You ever put ham?
In quesadillas?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, but you've eaten beef quesadillas.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
But ham?
Yeah, come on.
I'm guessing that's like a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get. Okay. I just never thought of it like.
Anyways,
like that. Yeah.
Thank you for coming again. we're so sorry for that.
We're so sorry for this tangent that we always get on when we start these episodes. I think it's been once you've done 42 episodes of something, you guys would probably struggle too.
What?
They're on their second episode. Like, what the fuck do we talk about? No, you don't realize it takes hard work to try to make things sound interesting, especially when we're not interesting people.
Yeah.
So
You've heard my voice. I sound like the guy from Parks and Recs. Like, thank you for your thoughts.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're the last two people you think that would have like a podcast.
No, I have a good voice for it. Because you have the bass in there and all that. When we hear like, hey,
well, it's treble and bass. You know what I mean? You need both of them to combine. Anyway, so it's been a pretty busy week. If you guys are coming fresh off of watching our Charro vlog, which is available on YouTube right now, as you can see, we got a lot done this week. I feel like there's been a lot of little things that went down this week. I mean, how did you feel this week? I'm starting to get used to the more of the bigger workload. You know what I mean? Because when we first started, like I look consistently to see like how much work we've been having every week, and it's been pretty busy.
The first week they gave me a little bit. Because my fingers, I could feel them. They're getting tired, but they're hard again, so I'm all good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You build up a tolerance very early on, Once you do like 2 weeks, 3 weeks of like heavy work, then it starts kind of coming back because, if coming from like a very slow season or like it can be very hard. But I feel like I'm better now. Like I'm not bitching as much as I was when I first started with all this hard work. Dang, I sound like we be doing like fucking hard ass shit. Like,
yeah, like what are we doing?
Like motherfuckers that do like construction or roofing. Like they're like, cool story, bro. Like I'm waking up at 4 tomorrow to do a fucking 4-story house. Like shut the fuck up. That's true. But mariachis, it can still be the hard work though, regardless. Like,
well, I think what the hardest part is just staying up, cause you get home really late. And then I think this week we had to wake up pretty early too.
Well, it's like desvelado. Yeah, like you're always working desvelado. Like you don't get enough rest. And keep in mind too, I mean, we're standing on our feet for hours, and that can't be good for your foot health, right?
Maybe if you're
like I have callus down there right now.
I think we all have callus.
Like at the points where my feet touch the ground, like they're hard. Like they feel like the callus in my fingers.
That's
like,
normal.
Well,
I think it's better if you have like bad posture. That's when it starts taking a toll.
Oh, well,
but I mean your feet are made for that, so you're good. But like I said, it's just more las desveladas, because se amontonan.
Yeah.
Like you don't sleep well like Thursday night, and then Friday night it's the same thing, and then Saturday night, sometimes Sunday.
Yeah.
So
you have to take advantage of the times that you have downtime, but.
Yeah.
Lately, we've been working pretty well, especially since now that we have Seafood Shack back. Like, I actually feel like well-rounded with like the weekend now. Like, I that's what I really like about this group. Like, we'll work Thursday through Saturday for sure, you know what I mean, and then like Sunday every once in a while. But like, I can count on it, you know what I mean? Because that's more than you can say about other groups too. Sometimes when you don't have a planta, sometimes it sucks too. Because I mean, you're just waiting on gigs. But like at least like the plantas are for sure work. I know that the plantas lead to a lot too, a lot of clienteles and stuff like that. But that being said, we had a special guest come play with us this weekend. Me, not who are you talking about?
I'm like, who?
Arturo Vargas.
Fuck.
You're like, who's that? No, yeah. It was pretty eventful this weekend because we had heard that he was gonna come play with. I know what you're thinking. Why us? And I know what the answer to that is. I don't know.
He just showed up.
He watched our videos before. Like, definitely not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt like we got It felt like a draft. Do they have? Oh no. Do they have Do they trade players in football? Or like in soccer? Yeah. I said it football because like I thought of England for some reason because they call it football, right? Yeah. Football. Okay, so in soccer, do they have trades as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so like in baseball, we have. I know basketball does it too, and football. Okay, all sports have trades. Yeah. Okay, so point is, felt like we traded somebody, and then we got like the biggest free agent or something like that. Except he's not a free agent. He's not playing with us or anything. I'm just saying that he came to. He was in town, and he was like, "Hey, I want to jam." We're like, "Are you sure, bro? Do you know who we are?" No. But he came out. He came out to play with us. I think it was a fun time. I told him right away. I was like, I made a disculpa, I'm gonna be giving ass probably, It's because that's the thing too. No matter who you play with, you're gonna have different like manicos and shit. Especially him being a guitar player. Like for me, it's kind of like, well, shit. Let's make sure that we, we're on the same page to make it sound, okay, right? So when we started, I asked him. I was like, hey, I think we started with the Cihualteco, right? And I remember the way that Vargas, there's so many interpretations of that song that like I don't know which one he's gonna play. So like I asked him what I thought was like there's contras in the beginning. Point is like I thought he was gonna do it one way, so I asked him, hey, like, is it like this? And he said yeah. So then we started playing it, and then like I guess we didn't line up. So I was like, shit, like this is already up to a bad start. He's probably thinking like this dumbass can't fucking.
He's like, empezamos mal.
Yeah. He's like, why did I leave? Why am I here right now? Nah, but he was a very nice guy. He was in town, and I think it was fun.
Yeah, he's a very chill guy. Like he was just there to like do his thing.
Yeah.
He wasn't very like, hey, like. You know,
You guys suck.
I mean, yeah. He probably thought
as far as we know,
which is I understand. You know,
yeah.
he's in one of the best groups in the world.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
mean,
like, but he's just like, I'm gonna keep this to myself. Like he's like, I'm outnumbered here. Like,
right? He's like, don't judge. He's like, I can't. He's like, we get in a fight. Like, there's one of me, and there's 8 of these guys right now.
He's like, come on, boys. They're like all in Mexico.
Yeah, they're like, we're on our way. We'll be there in 4 days.
Yeah,
it's que chamba. You know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but he came out. I think it was a good time.
It was really funny when I drove in, cause I thought.
Oh, like when you pulled up to the restaurant?
Yeah, cause they made him like carry the bocinas.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you saw.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was like pushing the box. I'm like, I thought it was Arturo, cause se ponían
like
para
our boss Arturo.
Yeah, right.
They're both Arturo. That's right. It's Arturo Vargas and then our boss Arturo. So
yeah, cause
it's like Arturo and they're like,
cause los dos se ponían para atrás.
Yeah.
So like with my eyesight, I'm like, damn, they hurt early.
Yeah.
And then like I see Don Luis, and then it's like Arturo Vargas. I'm like, damn, I got him out here working like that. Like he's like pushing shit and shit.
Yeah, for real, he's like he's just setting up the system where like we paid you for an hour and a half,
yeah.
So we're gonna get that hour and a half work.
We're gonna get our money's worth.
Yeah, exactly right. That's funny. So you actually saw him pushing our system.
Yeah. Like,
he's like, damn, we usually have roadies for this. You think I know that Vargas and or like no te Garitlan, I know that they have like those videos where they're at gigs and they like have a system and everything. Do they do that, or do you think they have people that do that for them? Now it got me thinking, because you know how like show up to the gig, you know, you see mariachis, you always see like the videos of them already set up and like playing, but like what happens before that? Like is like it's the, you know, the guys from No the Garitlan line over there like setting up like the bocinas too. They're all like check, and then you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe.
Now I'm starting to run. Like, do they have a roadie?
Because I mean, they do have like a whole buzz, or at least I know Vargas does.
Yeah, Vargas has the whole tour buzz.
Since like the 90s, they have like this big ass buzz.
Yeah.
Like, and they have like a restroom in there too and shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, it's a tour bus.
They're like well prepared.
Yeah, but that's funny. Oh, so you saw him like pushing in the stuff.
Yeah.
That would have been a good pick. He's just like,
This guy.
Yeah, you caught him in 4K. No, yeah. When I pulled up, like, it's because we had heard he was gonna come.
Oh yeah, you got here early.
Oh, okay. So like, I had heard already. Like, there was a rumor. Not a rumor. Like, it was pretty much confirmed that he was gonna come play with us. Mm-hmm. So it's just a matter of us being like, okay, well, like, I think they had done this before to me actually. Now that I think back, they told me the same thing, that he was gonna come and then he ended up not coming. So like, I was like, I practiced for nothing, But I remember like he was gonna come, and he didn't. So like when they told me that he was gonna come again for this time, and that he was gonna work with us, you know, for the next couple of weeks, I was like, are you sure? Because last time y'all were like, you thought, and you know it didn't happen. So like I wasn't gonna believe it until I saw it. Even then I asked him, hey, is he coming today? Like, just making sure so I can practice like every Vargas arrangement ever, you know? And they were like, yeah, he's coming. So I was like, okay. All right. So my boss too was like, because last week, did I talk about it on here? I was like a half an hour late. We start usually like at 7:30, 7:40. I got there at 8. There was this accident that like closed like 2 major lanes of the freeway. The point is, I got there like super late, so like my boss is like, "Can you please leave like 10 minutes earlier than you usually do?" And like to be safe, I left like fucking 25 minutes before that. So like, I left hella early, and because the other thing I was thinking too, I was like, you know, if I show up super late, you know, Arturo Vargas is gonna be like, you know what, this guy's super unreliable. You know, I can't play with him. He's gonna start judging me, and I was like, damn, I'm really scared right now. I'm scared for my whole life right now. Yeah. So then I left early. So when I pulled up, I think you were walking outside your car already.
Yeah.
And I remember
it was like seeing a ghost, bro. Like,
yeah, because you even took a live video of me. I was like, still out there. But no, like, I didn't really believe it. I wasn't going to. And then I seen someone come out with like a mask on, so I still couldn't really tell. But then he took it off for a second, and then he looked in my direction. So I was like, and he waved back. I was like, oh shit, it's really him. Like,
well, I mean, his mask says Mariachi Vargas. Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't see it. I just saw it from where I was sitting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's official.
Yeah.
He's not like a clone or something.
Nope.
It's like the official face mask of Mariachi Vargas?
Yeah, but he was there, and
so then, so once we went inside, I think it was cool, just to play with him. Hopefully, he comes back.
He's not.
Yeah. He played and he was like, that's because it's very different. Obviously, going from Mariachi Vargas to us, Mariachi, and then not that we're bad, but it's more like one is like considered one of the best groups in the the world, and then the other one is like the guys that play at Seafood Shut on Thursday.
It's like, I don't know.
It's not that we're bad. It's more that it's a completely different vibe, right? Or a different setting. Because like as soon as he started singing, it was like nobody knew who he was. Unless like someone who is specifically a mariachi or plays mariachi or is well known with mariachi, they know him based off of just seeing him or hearing him. But the casual people that were there, it's just like, hey, this guy knows how to sing. He's pretty good. You know what I mean? It wasn't until Don Luis introduced him. He was like, hey, this is Arturo Vargas. He like sings with Mariachi Vargas de Caridlan. And then people were like, oh, okay. And then they were like, they start recording. But yeah, it could be very different. Because the other thing he said was that he felt tired. And that's because, how long is a Vargas concert?
Like an hour and a half?
Yeah. From what I asked him, there wasn't a lot of work right now because of Rona. So, like, I would think that he's not used to playing all that much. You know what I mean? Especially those big groups. Because I know, like, people, who else gigs? Like, Soul gigs. Do they gig?
I don't know. I know.
Camperos?
I know Nota que el tren works, like, bien.
They work
like,
as much
they work
as like
a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you're going to hire them, like they're playing, like, I think, because we talked with them once, because when I was in Arizona one time, they did a show there.
Okay.
And so we got to talk to them, and then they were like, yeah, like, we work too much.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like, they were like, well, at least one of the guys was, like, at a health risk because, like, or he was worried about his health because, apparently, like, his dad had, like, como, like, problems with, like, his brain or, like, memory and stuff like that.
Oh, like Alzheimer's?
Something like that. It's not that.
Oh.
But, like, the doctor was like, working like that, it's, like, hurtful.
Yeah.
Because you could have that type of thing, too,
Mm.
So, like, I know they work. I think he said that they worked up to, like, 12 hours a day, like, on a Saturday.
12 hours?
Yeah, like trabajan bien, like,
Oh, that's another thing, though. How much do they get paid in Mexico? Because it's pesos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if those 12 hours, how did that translate to the amount of work here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what else happened? My wife was there, actually. She went to go watch. Like,
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, it's like me. I play there every Thursday. But this weekend there's gonna be a special celebrity there. She's like, I'm there.
Yeah, on my way.
On my way. She's like, I'm like, don't you have to work? I canceled it. Use the sick day. I'm there.
I'm bringing my mom too.
Yeah. And my suegra came out. They came out to watch. I told them they almost had like a secret show because like nobody really knew he was. I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't know if it was legit.
Do you know how for me I felt like maybe he didn't want the attention.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's here to like see family and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I think I'm saying if it was me, I would be like
trying to be low key with it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was still a fun time to watch him play. It was funny too because like my wife, the comment that I saw off of someone, this guy in San Antonio, he's a good friend actually, he's cool, but he put on their picture like, damn, times are tough.
I saw that. I was like, it's still out there.
I was like, damn, like, like if Arturo Vargas played with us, like times are tough. I was like, yo qué güey, yo pinche pobre, like, it's like just resorting to us to like the worst kind of people to play with.
I was like, that's not very nice.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean it was a good time. We're hoping he comes back.
All right, so $50 here, it's 1,000 pesos over there.
No, yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, do they get 1,000 peppers? I thought of Pepsi or something. Pesos an hour? I don't know. I don't think so. It's got to be less. I don't think it translates exactly. I feel like you get more here as a mariachi than over there.
Well, that's why they come over here to work.
True, también.
but that's because I could go back over there and it like doubles, you know. Or
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like $10 over here is like 200 pesos over there.
Yeah.
And dude, you go to like me as a kid, I would just go to the little tienditas and buy a shitload of snacks.
Yeah.
And you can buy like a whole pile. And
With 5
like,
pesos, you made it. Because when I was over there and like we get visitas,
yeah.
they give me like 5 pesos, and I will go over there and be like, "Me puedo feriar?" And she's like, "Fuck!" So she takes the 5 and gives me like 70 pesos. I'm like,
yeah, it's a lot of money, dude. Especially as a kid. As a kid, you know how much
rich.
You know how much I could get with the 100 pesos?
Yeah.
I'll feel like I buy out the store, dude. Like, you know.
I'm like, how much for the whole store?
She's like cause it's a red bill. Like the 100 is a red. She says a red, like, oh, right this way, sir. Like, like she already knows you're finna buy a shit.
It's like, por aquí, joven.
Yeah.
Caballero.
Like, you want the good shit? All this is expired. I'll take you to the back. Like,
Yeah, right.
I'll get the new shit, you know. But anyway, yeah. So like after he played with us, he seemed to enjoy it. What was cool too is that we would like dance and he would dance with us. Like, so he wasn't like super serious. You know what I'm saying? You know, like when we dance along to the songs.
He would struggle a little bit. Like at first, he's like, "Oh fuck."
He's like, "Damn, should I succumb to this peer pressure?" But he ended up dancing with us, which was kind of cool. And he would tell jokes too. So I was like, you know, he seems chill. You know, he's having a good time. So then we asked him, so like, hey, so you're coming out tomorrow, right? So he's like, oh yeah, primeramente Dios, you know, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So then like when tomorrow came and he didn't come, I was like, damn, bro, you just gonna let me down like that?
I mean, he had work with his real group. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I don't know why we should be mad.
Yeah, right. We can't believe he betrayed us for his real group, right? Because he ended up not coming to the restaurant on Friday, but people, I guess it got around that he was in town because people showed up to the restaurant
really quick.
And yeah, like it got around because people showed up to the restaurant expecting him to be there. So when they saw that it was just raggedy old us, they're like, "Fuck!"
Yeah. They're like, "I'm leaving, bro." Like, what the fuck is this?
Like, I'll stay because I'm hungry, but
and then they get the food. They're like, "Fuck!"
They're like, "I should have fucking left." No, but it was just funny because like they would walk in and they just kind of like linger back there to see if like.
Yeah, they're like, "A ver si es cierto."
They're like, maybe he's in the bathroom, and then they go to the bathroom. You know, fuck. Nah, hey, we got you thought it too. You know, like we thought he'd come out, but it was still cool either way. Like, the restaurant was actually a good time. You can watch it in the vlog. You know, we were pretty much just hanging out a lot. That's what I like about that planta. It's pretty chill. Well, it wasn't that chill this week actually. So if anything, Arturo Vargas missed out on the Royal Rumble, dude.
Oh yeah.
So there was some putazos on Friday. Well, not even if you really think about it, there wasn't even really that many hits.
Yeah, I told you they were not. They were like
no.
What is it called when they do this?
Slap?
Is that a slap? Cause I thought a slap was like.
Well, I mean, this is backhand.
So
this is like front hand.
Okay, but that's a slap, right?
Yeah, like.
So what's this?
I don't know.
It's like un manoseo. You know?
It looks, but my cat does that. You know what I mean? Like, like if when they come from top to bottom, that's that's like a cat move. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, it's un manoseo. You know, like Spanish is un manoseo. Like they're like,
right.
So that's what they were doing.
They were doing some like, you know, like Egyptians, like the mummies. They have like the thing like that. So like they were just coming down with them, like. Some fucking seagulls or some shit. I don't know. Flamingos. They were flamingos. That's what it was. They were going like that, dude. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So like, it's because what happened?
I heard they were pretty drunk.
It was a good time. Like it was very chill. The only thing is it's getting hotter. So that's like the only thing that
I was really hot. I was like,
that's the only thing that I'm kind of like worried about right now. Cause like when the heat comes, man, it just sucks, dude. Especially because we wear like we said it on here before, but like we wear. The full traje all the time, so we don't have any camisolas, or we never. There are groups that do that too. They're like, "Oh, it's hot today, so we're gonna take off our jackets," and I'm like,
"No, it's in a group do that."
Well, we did that.
And we're there.
We were back when we were kids. We used to do that, but anyway, you know, right now that it's getting hot, that's the only thing that kind of worries me, because it starts getting really humid. So like my shirt was soaked on Friday, like it was wet. Like
I was sweating too.
And then Arturo too, like our boss, I would I put my camera on him for a little bit, and I like went to like clip it on him, He was fucking dripping. I was like, oh, you're fucking.
Arturo always sweats up.
Like, it feels like he dipped his traje in water and then pulled it out. And it was like, okay, me lo pongo. Like, that's how wet it was, dude. I don't know how do you sweat that much? I mean, I sweat, but not like that, dude.
I don't usually sweat.
That's advanced sweat, you know? Like, that's expert sweat.
You
know
like,
what I mean? Yeah. Oh, no. That's so bad.
but yeah, I mean, it's because I can't see. But, like, I just remember, like, you know, like, at one point the guy kind of pushed him, and then they started doing the whole slapping thing.
Okay, so
and, like, he fell over.
No, okay. So did you see? Oh, you're a little blind, right? So you couldn't see. You just you saw the shapes.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
So this roots back a while back because after it happened, like we were having a good time, everybody's just playing or whatever, and all of a sudden this like started like this whole little fight thing, and it happened pretty quick too. Like it just kind of felt like it started and then it ended pretty quick. But you know, it involves a lot of shoving and people like freaking out and people like getting up and all that shit, right? And it sucked because we were in the middle of a song too. Yeah. So we were playing in this song, but to go back a little bit, Don Miguel said that this guy, the one that like was the aggressor, so he's the guy that actually got mad.
Okay.
There's that guy wearing the black shirt.
I remember a guy wearing a white shirt.
There was a guy in a white shirt and there was a guy in a black shirt. So this goes back to Don Miguel saying that when this guy in the black shirt, he had his girl with him, and he like walks up to the mic and he's like, "Hey, get me a table." To the mic, like the mic is a mariachi.
Yeah.
So that Don Mike was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I just play here. Like, go ask a fucking guy, you know? Like, he's like, but he asked him like straight up, like, porque él dijo que llegó con like wanting to start shit. So like Don Mike was like, well, ask over there, dude. I just play here, you know? Yeah. So anyway, it was very packed on Friday. Like I said, people were expecting like a Vargas show that day, but like there was other clients there too, so they filled up the whole outside. So I'm guessing this guy and his girl, the other guy in the fight, which is this guy in the white, which was literally like white yin yang, white versus black, right? Yeah. And then the guy that was wearing all white, I don't know if he voluntarily invited them to his table or if it was more like the guy in the black, like, hey, like, can we sit here, like, since you're by yourself? Because he was by himself. Yeah. He had a whole table. I mean, the table seats 6, right? So anyway, all three of them end up sitting there. And what sometimes we do too is, well, not us, but like the singers of our group, like they'll give the mic to the person. Because sometimes, you know, people will tend to want to sing. They're like, hey, dame el micrófono, like I want to sing or whatever, which we most of the time oblige. Like, we're like, here, you know. And so this guy was singing all of key and shit. He was getting mad at Saul, the guy that gave him the mic, because he was saying that we were muting him and that he couldn't hear shit. But it was more just because he couldn't sing. Like, he couldn't hear himself. So he was like being all fucking... He was being an asshole, basically. So then it got to the point where I think we were playing a song and then we just heard them stand up. And then the guy in the black just shoved him. What we don't know is if the guy in the white said something to him, the guy in the black say something to the guy in the white, if they had an argument. I don't know. Point is, it was pretty quick. Dude just pushed him on the ground, and they started like fucking swinging, if you want to say that. They were more like pecking at each other. I mean, it was funny too because we were in the middle of the song, like, and I didn't want to stop. We just kept going. We were just like boom ching, boom ching, boom ching. Like, what did you think? Did you?
No, I stopped last because you were strumming and then you stopped and I'm like, oh shit, and so I stopped, and then we're all like, okay, well, apparently like I remember Saul was about to get in there because his family came. His family. And it's funny, yeah. They got played too because apparently they wanted to watch Arturo Vargas, right?
Yeah, it's because Arturo's dad was there with his siblings and some of his cousins. Yeah. They were all out there too, and they were in the table behind where all this was going down. So like when all this started, like Saul got a little defensive because he was like, "Oh shit! Like what if something happens, there?" But I didn't want to stop playing because I was like, I didn't really see this as an issue because the last time there was a fight, it was because like we were involved. Like they were talking bad to our boss, and so that's why we were like, "Oh, hey, what the fuck," Yeah. But like, since these were two just drunk guys fighting, I didn't really care. Like,
Yeah.
it isn't our fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no reason to step in.
I also didn't want to get in there because I saw, like, I don't know if it was the guy's girl, but someone inside was calling the cops.
Oh yeah,
So I was
didn't
like,
see
I
that.
don't want him in there, and then he gets involved. It's valió madre, you know. Like
Right.
he's like, "Tú también valiste madre." She's like, "Get in the car," you know.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, Victor, I'll wait for you. We'll do the pod live from prison.
No, not me, Saul.
También, you can come to
What?
I don't know. No, but yeah, it's true. Yeah, you don't want to get involved in, like, especially because it was a stupid fight.
Yeah.
Like everybody's literally having a good time, and then y'all decide
Like there was no real danger if you look at it.
there
like,
wasn't, because they were both. First of all, they didn't know how to fight. They were just fucking pecking at each other, you know. So, and then it just got really loud. And the other thing that was very funny was there's this white dude that goes there with his lady.
wife.
I don't know, might be his girlfriend. Who
I
knows?
don't know.
He drives up in a nice ass Corvette or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, he's got money, dog. But he always comes in and he has like a 12-pack of White Claws.
Yeah,
That's how you know he's a real Jeff. You know what I mean? He comes in, but he comes in consistently. He's real cool, you know. Anyway, it was just funny because like once they started duking it out, like people were wondering what the hell to do. People were standing up, but they were kids, like was people's kids. You know, sometimes they walk around, they just play, they're just playing with their toys or whatever. So I guess one mom got really mad. She was like, "Hey, like take that shit outside. Like what the hell, you know? Like there's kids walking around." And it was just funny because like the dude, the white dude was just like, "Yeah, take that fucking bullshit outside. No, there's fucking kids here." And it's like, bro, your words are traumatizing me more than the fight. Like, take that fucking bullshit outside, you fucking assholes. Like,
Kids are like,
yeah, like not even watching the fight. They're like, "You good, bro?"
yeah.
Yeah. And that's what like I kept thinking. It was just very funny that he just kept like saying that shit. But yeah, they eventually took that shit outside, and then since we had stopped the song, we didn't want to kill the vibe because like everybody was cool, like everything was fine before that, you know. And now it makes it look like the fucking place is violent or some shit. There's been 2 fights since we started this podcast. This is the second one, but it was just so stupid because usually shit like that doesn't happen there, you know. Anyway, they took that shit outside. We didn't know what to do because we were like, do we never ended the song. So we were like, what do we do?
Arturo was just like, no, síganle. He's like, puncha, puncha.
Yeah, he's like, tú dale, güey, tú dale, punching, punching. And we're like,
okay. Like,
punching, punching, punching.
Yeah.
And then he just kept going, te quiero así.
Yeah.
We went straight back into the song. And then like when we finished, like everybody clapped like nothing happened, you know? And it was funny because like too, I was recording for the vlog, and it was like the one time I wasn't recording.
Yeah.
So like Arturo was like, "No mames, wait, like I told you, like you should have recorded the whole time." And I told him, "Well, I can't, dude. My battery's gonna run out."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, ni modo." Like the one time I should have been recording, and I could have gotten it. Like I could have caught him in 4K, but I couldn't. You know. But anyway, it was kind of dumb. After that, like everything went back to being fine. You know what I mean?
The cop passed by, and he's like, "Aquí no pasa nada," you know?
Yeah.
Like, he just left. He didn't get off.
Yeah,
like something happened here.
like-
Something, you know?
If it was that person who ended up calling, like
Yeah.
who called and they showed up, they didn't even bother like coming inside. Like, hey, is everybody?
Yeah.
Like the guy could have been like under the table just hiding from him, and then like as soon as the cop left, he would have been back fighting, you know, because he didn't even bother coming in.
Yeah.
Like he literally took a lap around the place. It's like, it's just a bunch of Mexicans.
Yeah.
Mejor se fue, you know. And we're like,
He's
no,
like, I
pues,
got better things to do.
yeah. He's like, I'd rather eat my donuts. Do cops eat donuts?
Yes. He's like,
Oh.
what is it called?
They-
In-N-Out? No.
In-N-Out?
Where we went last time?
Like a burger place?
The drive-through restaurant. Sonic.
Oh, Sonic.
Yeah.
He pulls up in Sonic. He's like, I can watch him from here because it's right across the street. So yeah, they're probably thinking like, nah, no pasa nada. So yeah, like they ended up leaving. His girl, the one that was involved in the fight, was real smart, dude, because she grabbed him real quick, like threw him in the car, and then they like just took off, which is smart because like if a cop does pull up, they're gonna like ask questions and they're gonna like want to take reports. So like, good on her to know.
Was it the girl of the good guy or the bad guy?
Well, of the aggressor. So
Mm.
so hopefully like everything's okay there. But like she was smart about like she's a good wife or girlfriend because like she grabbed him real quick. Like one that wasn't thinking like quick on her feet would have just like left them or whatever.
Yeah.
And that would have been a bad situation. But We're all okay. In case you guys are wondering, no,
Right.
no cuts, no bruises, no nothing. You know. Arturo Vargas listening, like, good thing I didn't go that day.
Right. Just,
He's like, mejor me voy.
you see? It's like, what?
Yeah. He's like, damn, that sounded good. Imagine him scrapping, dude.
No, I don't think we'd do that.
He's like,
He was like, I protect his face, bro. Like,
yeah,
this
that's
is
true.
the money maker.
The money
you know
maker,
what I'm
yeah. His voice box.
Right.
Yeah.
So I gotta keep it 100%.
Like one punch to the throat, you're done, you know? Like,
Right.
You know, he's like, El Post.
I mean, the thing about Vargas is enough people, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they have enough singers, yeah. I mean, but, you know, AV. Yeah, we're boys now, so I'm going to call him AV.
Excuse me?
No, Arturo Vargas, you know, he's pretty well known in that group, so like he sings like his songs, you know. So, can you just say that? Just call in sick to a big group like that?
Pretty sure.
You could, right?
I mean, you don't want to do a bad job either.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
No.
But I mean, he's pretty. He has a signature voice. That's what.
Oh
it is.
yeah, for sure.
You know, like when you hear him sing, you're like, you know who it is because of.
Well, lately he's been getting a lot of views on YouTube because of like
Right.
those reactions of stuff like that with his voice. It's because it's a very distinctive voice. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, like after that at the restaurant, after all that shindig went down, it was chill. It was chill as fuck after that, and then Victor didn't even play talon like at all.
Right.
Because
Dylan showed up.
Yeah.
And he loves to play.
Dylan loves to play
for free. So
yeah.
like, okay.
He just goes to Victor and he's like, hey, like, can I play? So he starts playing. And I'm like, why can't I have this? Does nobody play Vihuela? Can someone please come out and put me out of my misery? You know?
Next week, just all these Vihuelas.
They're just trying to take my spot. Like, where do I audition? Who is your boss, Arturo? And then, cause like you pretty much just chilled there. It's cause we had a lot of friends come out. Shout out to them that came out to, not to watch us, to watch Arturo Vargas, but
right.
But
nonetheless,
thank you guys for coming. It was pretty chill. And then, so you were pretty much just chilling with them. Like, well, I mean,
what else could I do?
No, I'm saying, I'm saying, ya chingaste, way. You mean you got paid and didn't play at all? You know, you're good. You're living the life,
right?
Like you were drinking that big tequila bottle and you were like, no, pues chingon, you know.
I'm just like,
yeah, yeah. In your head, it's like the monkey with the cymbals.
Pretty much.
Dude.
Towards the end, it was getting me. I was like,
yeah,
fuck, I haven't drank this much in a while.
Yeah, especially. After Lent and all that, right?
I was looking at Sammy like, yeah, he's kind of cute, right?
You're like, I would.
I'm like, you know what? Yeah,
you know what, bro? No, and then, but yeah, what else happened? So then after that, it was a good time though. You know, everybody had a good time. We appreciate everybody who came out. It was pretty fun. As much as that restaurant sometimes sucks, it's still a fun time. I think every Friday. Especially now, because back then I had a job where I would go to work on Saturday, and it was at 8 a.m. So, like, you know, I'd be getting
grumpy.
home. Yeah, I'm getting, like, consistently home after burros, like, at 1:30, 2 a.m, you know, sometimes, you know. So, like, imagine coming home, taking a shower, and then waking up, like, at 7 again, like, to go work.
Yeah.
And then from there, go straight to go play. Like, it can get hard, you know what I mean? So, like, now, since I don't have work, typically I'm just like, oh, chingon, like, you know, unless we have like an early gig, which we kind of did this week. On the Saturday, we had that gig at well, first of all, we were gonna go to Louisiana, which was a new state for me. You know what I just remembered? I didn't buy a fucking shot glass. Fuck. Damn. I have this like small collection of shot glasses at places we played at. Yeah, and I don't have a Louisiana one. I'm gonna just buy it on eBay and not tell you. Yeah, I got this in Shreveport. No, but we're supposed to go to Louisiana, but we had a gig before going to Louisiana because it's a whole other state, but it's not as far as you would think. Like, it's like 3 hours away. I mean, if you drive south, 3 hours gets you to Austin. I mean, you still got like 4 or 5 hours before you even get to Laredo, you know, or even farther to go to the valley. You know what I mean?
Texas is a big state.
Yeah, Texas is huge. And if you go the other way, if you go towards El Paso, like from here to El Paso is like 8-9 hours.
Yeah.
You know, so like
It's bad.
if you go from Dallas Fort Worth, you know, if you go east, you'll hit Louisiana eventually in like a couple hours. You know.
Yeah.
So Louisiana was cool, but before that we had that we had to wake up a little early because we had to go to that church.
Yeah.
We played a wedding, which they had this fire alarm going off the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time they had this alarm going like mer mer mer. So like while they were doing like their like their vows, everything, they're like, I love everything about you and everything you want to be. Mer mer. Like, bro, I would get so pissed. Because it's like, are we not going to address this? Like, is someone going to go back over there and check? Like, someone pulled the fire alarm because there's a fire. And, like,
right.
The place is burnt, like, at this point, you know?
The Mariachi is just that fire, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
No, that was bad. Take that shit back. Because we weren't fire. And it was funny, too, because Saul had broken his string the day before, and it wasn't until he opened his case at church where he's like, oh, shit, I forgot. I had a broken...
He's like, about that.
Yeah. He's like, nah, pues, ni modo. Yeah. Nah, pues, yeah, it sucks, dude. I mean, as a violinist, you could just play higher, right, on the second string. But, yeah, that'd be a little harder. Be a little tougher.
It would sound a lot different for sure.
Like to play first part, yeah. And then, so, yeah, after that, we ended up going to Louisiana, which, like I said, it was like a 3.5 hour drive. And we stopped like halfway in Tyler, Texas, which is very familiar to you.
Fuck, yeah. You see. Right?
Well, me, I had only been there a handful of times.
Bro?
Yeah, because
we've been to like Longview before.
We've been to Longview, and then we've also stopped in Tyler. I also played a couple gigs there with Allende too. So I've been familiarized with the area before.
You know, driving there is well, I mean, it's a long drive.
It's
but like it has good views.
It's because you get into the countryside. Like past Dallas is all country now.
Yeah.
You know, so you get these nice, huge like trees. You know, all nature and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But you see, right, in the group that was before this group.
Before Allende?
Yeah.
Bro.
Don't start.
No. It's just like when you find out your girlfriend had boyfriends before you. You're just like, how could you?
You're like, ¿cómo se llama? That comedian?
Which one?
No, it doesn't matter.
I
was in a group where they had a planta in Tyler.
A planta?
Yeah, on Friday.
So like
Fridays.
You consistently had to go there every week.
Yeah.
I mean, how far is, I guess, from your house?
From my house?
From your house all the way to that planta in Tyler.
It's like an hour and a half.
So
probably
3 hours.
Probably more with.
Yeah, well, over 3 hours round trip. Right.
Yeah.
Shit.
And it's like the first, I mean, that group paid well because we were a smaller group.
You were playing harp at the time too.
Yeah, harp and bass. I have a lot of stories to bitch about, to be honest with that group. Like, no hay tiempo ahorita. But anyways, yeah, we had a planta there. And yeah, I used to drive there all the time. Like, you know, I had to meet him like at 5
in the morning?
p.m.
Oh, I was like, no, mommy.
No, 5 p.m. And I remember the first day I went, he even told me, he's like, by the way, we spend the night there because we have more work.
Oh, like you'd have to stay there?
Yeah. And I'm like, motherfucker. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to stay, you know, like, I don't even know you guys.
I wouldn't either. I mean, like, I look forward to the fact of, like, if I have a lot of work at the end of the day, I could just think, like, at least at the end of the day, like, I'll be home, I'll be in my own bed, I'll be comfortable, you know? So, like, to be somewhere else, I'm like...
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, like, at least we got paid well, because, I mean, that first week, I remember getting, like, $900.
900?
Yeah. But just chinga, you know? Especially because it was a very toxic group, and it was just stress after stress, you know? So the band would break down, like coming back.
So you'd be, like, on the side of the freeway?
No, like, we would make it to, like, not a safe place, but a resting area.
Okay. And
then we would just sleep there until, like, some car shop would be open.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like, shit like that would happen.
I mean, we only sleep in the van, like, once a year, and that's because of La Virgen.
Yeah.
But, like, that would consistently happen?
Yeah.
Fuck, like, that's not stable at all. You know, like, to have that much unexpected things happen, I think that's what would throw me off from a group like that.
And then there was one time too where, like, the boss got mad at me because I'm a harp player. Like,
he's like, you have too many strings.
Because I would play bass too, you know, like, because he sings too, so he's like, I would sing and then they play bass. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then one time, like, he forgot the bass at his house. Okay. So, like, he showed up and he's like, where's the bass? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
That's your job.
and then I'm like, pues yo me traje el arpa, you know? And he's like, yeah, but you play bass and you play harp and bass. So where's the bass? I'm like, I was this close, bro. I was like, fucking like that shit pissed me off.
He expected you to bring both?
Yeah,
like
or to remember to bring both. You know?
the harp isn't already like carrying around a school bus. Like it's like, huge, you know.
Just like este vato. And then I remember the guy from the planta like called him out because we had to play bass with the guitar. I know. And then
so gross.
Vino el jefe and he's like, no me hagan esto otra vez porque ya sounded real bad, you know, like que no se les olvide otra vez. Because he noticed, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a musician or something, but he noticed something was off.
Oh, like the owner of the restaurant?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then he's like, no, es que el chavo se le olvidó el guitarrón. And I'm just behind him like, no, I didn't, bro.
Like you did.
Yeah. But yeah.
Dang, dude.
Those are some good old memories from Tyler, Texas.
That I would hate that, dude. I on like shit like that, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I'd just be like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, we would argue a lot. Yeah. I would argue like I'd be like, you know what? It's a long drive. Like I got time, bro.
and this kind of goes back to what we were talking about on here last week when you know sometimes you're in a bad situation, you have to really assess like, do I want to stay here? I mean, I'm guessing you stay there too because I mean it was good money.
Yeah, I stayed for like 6 months and then I used school as an excuse to get out.
Yeah, to get some school money. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you got to do what you got to do, but after a while, man, I would just get tired because like fuck that, dude. Yeah. That's rough. So like when we were driving through there, I was like, damn, bro, like, I'm like hashtag memories, right?
I'm just like holding back tears and shit.
No, but yeah, we drove through Tyler. We went all the way to Louisiana, and then we got there like we were supposed to be there at
6.
Yeah, we were playing 6 to 9. It was 3 hours. We were supposed to get there like a little bit before, but you know, with traffic, and then like you know, we stopped like to go to the bathroom and get snacks. When we got there, real quick, like I don't know if he was a groomsman or I don't know what, but he came out to meet us real quick. He was like, hey, like
he was very passive aggressive.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, I know you guys are here, like that's awesome, like you're technically on time, but like hurry the fuck up, basically. Yeah. Like, and like I had come out and like you know how I ride, you know, like I don't pause how I ride in the van, how I sit in the van. Like I don't have a jacket on, I just have my shirt, you know, I have my moño off, like I don't want to travel with all that stuff on, that's why. So like when I came out, like I was trying to put my stuff on. This reminds me, Boyo was like pissing himself.
Oh yeah, he was dying.
He has the smallest bladder, dude. So like we were pulling up to the place and he was like damn near pissing himself. And I was like, well, and dude, if you have to, you know, pee in the bottle. And he's like, I'm considering it. I'm like, just do it. Like no, I'm not gonna look. And then I'm like,
you're like, sácala toda, güey. Ya es
toda, güey. Yeah, but we ended up stopping. So like as soon as it's because sometimes we're parking like in a place that's kind of incognito, like it's in a corner where a lot of people aren't like around, so you can pee. You know, sorry to tell you guys, but guys pee in public all the time. But like sometimes there's a space where you can do it, but like this guy had come up to us like real quick, so the boy was already pissing himself. So like I'm sure he was like, yes, me voy a miar, you know, because you can't pee with the guy right in front of us, you know. So anyway, like when the guy told us, hey, like basically hurry up, we got out real quick, and I think he ended up going. No, he was peeing, and then I was like, "You good, bro?" He's like, "I can't." It's because he's right there. I'm like, "You're already there. Just fucking do it." So like. He like half peed and he was already putting his like I could see he was putting his pants up, and I was like, "Did you finish?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Don't do that. Like just finish." He's like, "I can't. There's no time."
Chivoyo.
I was like, once you let it loose, you can't put it back in. You know, like I don't know. It's just funny. Point is, we ran inside and the lady was already mad. Like it was two people that were already married, but I think they were getting married in church. Like, or they got married by the church.
Okay.
So that's why they were a little older, because they looked like to be like over 40 or like maybe almost 50.
Yeah.
So the lady was mad. She was like, oh, they're barely getting here, and I'm like,
she sorry. Didn't look upset. I think she just looked
stressed, maybe.
Tiene como ansiedad. Because she wanted to, like, everything to start already.
Yeah,
Because when we got there, she didn't look mad. She just looked like,
because she wanted us to walk in with her. That's why.
Yeah.
Which, whatever, I guess. I'm not a fan of that. I always thought it was kind of corny. But anyway, we walked in like with the video and everything. I taught you the term bridezilla. You didn't know what that was. And it's like just when because I told her, I was like, oh man, we have a bridezilla, because she's probably like freaking out or going crazy off all day, you know. But no, we ended up going in. We played. It was 3 hours. We even had a break. Wow, who are we?
Yeah.
We never take breaks, you know. So that was good too. That's it. Oh, I was excited because of the rail line. I took a picture there, like where the train was.
I reminds me where my photo credits at.
I think it's assumed, bro, because we're always together. We're like brothers, but closer.
I'm like hermanos. Right.
No, but yeah, that rail line. It's because it's talked about in one of my favorite artists' songs.
Oh, coleslaw.
Coleslaw?
I don't know why it came to mind.
Let's do it.
Your favorite band is like coleslaw.
Turnpike?
Turnpike?
Yeah, Turnpike Troubadours.
Coleslaw. Tengo hambre.
And then we went back. We played. No, it was just after we finished, it was good. We got to go home.
Wait.
Anything
I remember that party had like no enthusiasm.
Yeah, right? But I mean, you deal with that. What else do you do? I mean, they kind of livened up at the end because we started playing all those dance songs.
A little bit.
So I mean, I think we were more lit than they were. Like we were dancing way more than them, you know.
It was funny at the end because the bride, she was like, "Ya acabaron?" Like,
oh yeah, like we had already put up the whole system. You know, half our guys weren't even in the building anymore. And then like when I was walking out with the bocina, she's like, "Ya acabaron?" And I'm like, boss. So like I sent Arturo over there. I was like, "Can you talk to her? She scared me." And then she's like, "Yeah, ya acabaron." And he was explaining. He's like, "Well, yeah." He's like, she's like, well, from 6 to 9. You know, it's 3 hours. You know. She's like, "Oh, yo pensaba que iban a tocar más." I'm like,
"Pues pensabas, you know."
You thought, you know, like you said 6 to 9. You know, so that's 3 hours. You know, because from there we had a long trip ahead of us. I mean, because it was like 4 hours total to get back. So we ended up getting home like.
Oh yeah.
I ended up getting home like at 1:30, 12,
I got home around that time too.
Yeah. You went to Whataburger?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I got the sweet and spicy. I got my trifecta. No, yeah, that's what you say, right?
Trifecta?
Like, yeah, because I got a number 2, and I got a triple, and then I got those are like my top 3.
Oh wait, you got 2 burgers?
No, like I finally got like from Lent. I finally got all the ones.
All the ones that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because first I got the double, and then I got the triple, and then I got the sweet and spicy.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I feel like Thanos. I was like,
you're like, but it's all like the cholesterol.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I didn't go for once. I ended up staying home and I was like, nah, ya comí.
Wow.
But I mean, it was pretty eventful week. It was an eventful week. Starting off from playing with Arturo Vargas and ending it with no Whataburger, and everything in between.
Trash.
Yeah. It was a good week. It was a good week. No water. Yeah. Maybe after this, let's get into chat.
Oh yeah, your phone.
Oh yeah, I have my phone now. All right, let's get into some Charro chat. Boom, boom. You guys asked a lot of questions. Thank you to everybody that writes in and participates. We really appreciate that. RRO2 says, "Would you guys let one of your listeners go gig with you?"
They have gig with us.
Excuse me?
Like Dylan's gig with us.
Oh yeah. Well,
Cynthia's gig with us.
Some of our listeners have gigged with us already, but at the same time, I mean, we'll let anybody gig as long as they can carry themselves, and then if we need a person, like that's really what it is. Like if you play violin, we're almost never complete nowadays. You know, sometimes our other violinist, Don Luis, doesn't come out a lot.
Yeah.
So I think the full group, like Mariachi in there, would be 8 people, which is typically the 3 violins, the 2 trumpets, the guitarron, vihuela, and then the 1 guitar. That's like, it's always been, that's the full group. Because then that's also 1 person per seat in the van. and lately we haven't been filling up the van. So, I mean, you could always let our boss, know that you play an instrument, and maybe you could help us out one weekend. Yeah.
Just don't tell him you play bass, cause come on.
He's gonna be like, "Good, I've been looking for an excuse to let go,
right?
to let go of Victor's dumbass."
Which I understand, but that doesn't have the problem of having 6 people or 7 people. You know?
Yeah. So I mean, I mean, if you feel that you want to learn rep, or if you know rep, I don't know. I'm not the boss. Ask my boss. That's why I always refer them to him. I was like, there's usually a boss here to explain these terms, So like, here you go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Laura Anguiano says, worst experience in a gig. That's a pretty broad question. We've talked about a lot of bad things that have gone over in gigs.
I just talked about one.
Oh yeah, that's true too. For me, it's just there's a lot of it's a very broad question. What's the worst experience in a gig?
Oh, I have another one. I have one where like we played like 5 or like maybe 10 songs for this lady. It was a while back, and then she dipped.
Shit, what? Say what?
We was at a restaurant and we were doing talon after.
Okay.
And then we played like 5 to 10 songs.
Okay.
Más o menos. And then she's like, okay, let me go get cash. And then she never came back.
Oh, like she left.
Yeah.
And y'all trusted her.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was a bad time.
So she's like, hell yeah, No, I guess for me, it's not the worst experience, but it's like a bad experience. I hate when like we, not like here or anything, but I'm saying like in general, I've helped out other groups, and then I play the gig, and then they give me less than what I thought I would get out with. You know what I mean? Like, I just automatically assumed that I would be getting like a certain amount just based off how much I worked and stuff like that.
Aquí no nos pagan 80? What the fuck?
Yeah, so I was like, wait a minute. I played 6 hours. Like, how am I walking around with $200 after this? You know what I mean? Like, no moment,
I'm like, that's almost how much I made last week. Right. I made 150.
I'm like, right. We both made that.
Excuse me.
Es que vas aprendiendo todavía, güey. No, but yeah, that does suck. Like, I've done serenades with people, where they told me it's a serenade, and then like they give me like $20, and I'm like, no mames.
$20?
Yeah, and it was like a small group and everything. So like that like is what taught me to be like, oh, like I need to ask for their rates before I agree to this. Especially when it's like a farther gig or I have to drive or I actually have to make effort. Like if it's in town, then okay, like to drive from here to there for $20, fuck it, whatever. But like when it's like going to Dallas and you play and you get, oh, here's your $30, dude. Like, bro, I just spent that on the drive over here. You know,
you like those videos? Have you seen those videos where they give like half a weenie to like a dog, and the dog's just like,
oh, right, because they're like, I know there's more up there, and that's exactly what I mean. Like if I'm gonna do this for you, like I expect to get paid a certain amount. So when I don't, I'm like, fuck, I really got you thoughted, you know, I really thought. But yeah, Alex Cake 1113 says, what you think of these new gens? I mean,
they're really good, man.
It depends what you consider a new gen, right?
Oh, true.
Like, okay, so what's your
new
point?
gen for me, I thought you meant like the people coming out of high school or like in high school.
Or
right?
Yeah.
Which I mean, I've seen a lot of really good players.
A lot of players are coming out. If anything, they're coming out a lot better than most of us did because now they're getting a better education. They're getting or they have here's the thing, like now there's so many established like groups and programs that like the kids go in like motivated, like they're like, I want to play like that, you know what I mean? So they'll go out of their way to learn their instrument correctly and stuff like that, you know what I mean? As opposed to a program that maybe hasn't had that much success, so they maybe just signed up for mariachi kind of like I did, where I was just like, I want to play guitar.
I mean, if you look back, like when I was in high school, the strongest group there was the one in Northside out of the Metroplex.
Yeah, here in the area.
But now if you listen to like the Grand Prairie Financial Academy, they sounded pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's growing a lot, and like you can tell like when you see them gig. I mean, when Dylan comes, that kid is like 17, right?
Yeah, and he plays
a lot better than I do right now.
Yeah.
So that really tells you like how much these kids have learned, and it's because like there's people like us too. Like we're more connected now. So so they see that from a way younger age.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like they learn a lot quicker, and like that's pretty great.
Like, I think the memes are always funny. Like, yeah, like new gens, they may think a certain way, but look at it like this. Like, I like to not make fun of them always because, like, look, dude, at one point we were all trash. Like,
still am.
It's just, it's just that now there's people with phones and social media and they could record them. Back then, like, nobody was recording my ass at some like shitty gig. You know what I mean?
I was.
Excuse me. No, but I'm saying, like, back then, like, you could be trash and nobody knows it because, like, now you put in the time. Now you've already progressed in your instrument and the way you play, right? But who's to say you weren't that same kid, or like that same person, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whenever you started, right? So, like, nobody then was probably making fun of you as much as people are now. It's because that's the thing now. I never want to be a smartass. Like, just because I play okay doesn't mean I want to tell another kid, like, hey, you fucking suck. You know what I mean? Because, like, at one point...
You mean an asshole?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're a smartass, huh?
I'm a smartass?
Yeah.
How?
Like, isn't a smartass like a jokester?
That's not what that means.
Like a smartass? Like, you're just like, you have like a quick tongue?
A quick tongue?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, I guess not.
No, I think you're confusing.
I think you mean asshole, though.
No. See, you just lost my train of thought. But I don't want to be an asshole then, okay? I'll use your word. Like, yeah, like I would never make fun of a kid that, like, is barely coming up and he sucks. Like, he's supposed to suck right now. Like, he's going to get better.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to suck. All of us suck when we start. And then you put in the time and you guess what? You get a little bit better. And if you don't, you stop playing. That's just kind of how shit goes down,
Or you keep playing, that's cool.
Yeah. But I guess my main point here is that new gens, they're the new generation. That's the whole point. Like, they're supposed to go through the same struggles that you did when you started, right? So now it's up to them whether or not they're going to get better or not, It's just that now they're all on social media and stuff like that. But and, like, most of these people making fun of them, I know they were trash back in the day. So it's like, dude, shut up. Like, just nothing is not that way. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, this one kind of goes with one of the confessions that came out, but it's like, have you ever stolen food from a gig? Stolen, like, you're saying, like, go to, like, a cupboard and open and take their beans and their corn. they're like oh, they got the value pack. You just take the whole thing. Because, like, we had a confession too that they said they were down so bad they stole donuts from the wedding they played at one time.
I'm pretty sure those are for you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have to, like, play it out. This guy was going through like a whole heist to, like, steal some donuts,
and they were already free.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they set them out for a reason.
They come out, like, sweating and shit. They're like, woo, like,
we really did it, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, like, the sign next to them says, like,
free donuts.
Yeah, free donuts. That's what I'm saying. You probably stole something that was already free, bro. Like, it's
if it's food out there in a party, like,
no, like, imagine, like, you go there to get a donut and they're like, no.
Right, you, like, reaching, they're like, hey.
They're like, that'll be $50. Like, it's like a white people wedding, so they charge for everything. It's like the bar. They have, dude. I would never do that. Like, invite someone to my wedding and be like, oh yeah, y'all can get drinks, but they're charging their own, because they do that.
Yeah.
They'll have, like, a bartender there, but they like charge per drink. I'm like, imagine, like, I invited you to my wedding, and, like, yeah, you can get drunk, but you have to pay for it. Like,
I'd be like
it's my wedding.
No, pues,
Yeah. At that point, I would just sneak in the liquor, because it's like, bro, I'm not gonna get drunk off of your drinks. Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, like, that's funny. Like, we were down so bad we stole donuts. Pretty sure they were free.
They always say it too, like, down so bad, like they just wanted it so bad. Just
like that's so funny. This one's anonymous. It says, our director said never talk to him again and ended the group when we came in third. I'm assuming third place, because he just said third. I'm
like, as you should.
As he should. You guys fucking suck.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, that sucks, dude. I mean, one thing that I'll say is, like, you can never put too much pressure on kids, man. Like, middle school or high school. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the time, these competitions, it's just a medal. It's just an award. It's just a term that says first place, best in the U.S., best. Yeah, like, obviously it's an accomplishment that you got it, like, badass. But look at it like this: you got third place in the state of Texas. You got third place in the area. Look, like there's no reason you should put them on this pedestal. Like if they don't get first place, like they ain't shit. They accomplished so much just to get to the point of being in a competition and playing this song, working together as a group to play these songs, and for you to just discredit it and just be like, no, y'all fucking suck. Like that person shouldn't be directing. That at that point, like that's really not what you should do, especially to like someone who's still learning. So like, imagine you back when you were trash. I mean,
So right
not yeah. So right now, so imagine like you were playing and someone literally told you like, oh, you ain't shit. Like don't play anymore. Like you would be unmotivated after that.
So right now.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
But-
I understand.
Yeah.
You know, because the only way someone gets better is adding pressure. You know, but I don't agree with the idea of bashing someone for it, or like because they tried and they didn't get what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They get like, you know, like a negative reaction from that. You know, because I understand. You know, like that's why it's done. That's the whole point of school. You know, you're given challenges so you can learn, so you can grow, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's why you get all those assignments. That's why you get all the stuff. You know, the whole point is to grow.
Yeah.
But you're not. You shouldn't like bash them because they didn't meet your expectations. You know, at the end of the day, it's just an experience where like you're supposed to grow from.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's not, you know, bashing them. It's only gonna hurt them. You know, it's gonna make them unmotivated, and they're not gonna want to do it anymore. And then it's gonna spread to other things. You know, like it's just something you shouldn't do.
If they use a competition, they have to use the competition as a means to teach them more, not to bash them for something they didn't accomplish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know for sure, like for me, like you make me feel like shit, then that's gonna unmotivate me. Like especially as a learning student, you know what I mean? Like especially if I like worked hard, like even if I'm still trash, right? If I sat in my room for hours trying to play these chords, trying to play these manicos, trying to play this song correctly, and I still have a director that tells me you still ain't shit.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna affect me, bro. Like
that's just a director that's more focused on like their name.
yeah,
Or, like trying to show results so he won't get fired, I guess.
So like which I understand. You know, there's got to be a balance to all this, right? Obviously, you know, you as a director, you have to do your best to get through to these children and stuff like that and get them to play good and stuff like that. But to get to the point where you end the group because they came in third and to never talk to them again, like at that point, you're not teaching anything, man. You're not directing anything.
Yeah.
Other than unmotivating kids to stop playing or like you motivating them to stop playing. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, man, that sucks. Sorry about that. Last one. I once had I gotta blur this. I once had relations with a client during the break.
Good for you, man. I don't know. I don't know what you want from us, like, because there's a lot of people that
always
like,
messages
and
those.
I'm like, I don't like you want clout, bro. Like you can't, you know, because you wanted to be anonymous. So what do you gain from this? I don't know.
I don't know.
But I mean, ¿cómo te explico?
As a married man,
I'm
just like, don't do that.
I mean, you do know there's like STDs are on there, and like,
yeah,
you know,
you're taking a big risk there, buddy. That's the only thing I can tell you.
if it's that easy, bro, that's because someone already paved the way. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I mean, do you think, bro? I hope that you live a prosperous life.
If that's how you want to live, man, that's great.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, but just be safe. You know, hope you wrap that up. You know, you kept
consent as well.
that too.
Yeah.
You know, if it's during break, when I read that, then you're not very good either, right? It's like,
is that what al baño?
and then you come back in 3 minutes. You're like, when?
Yeah, that's true. How long was this break, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Because I mean, if it was like a 3-minute break, then it wasn't worth.
You have a whole suit on, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know?
Exactly, and it makes noise when you walk. So, you know, just watch out. But yeah, that's pretty. The last person just said, "I'm not ready for these Mother's Day clients." I enjoy Mother's Day because it's a long day.
It's
too.
not a heavy day, as La Virgen. La Virgen is the one that gives me PTSD.
Yeah,
But Mother's Day, it's just it does feel like a regular day for the most part. You don't get home super late.
Yeah.
But maybe you start a bit earlier, so it's.
I enjoy Mother's Day, I think, a little bit more than La Virgen. Yeah, no me desvelo tanto. Because, really, like, La Virgen is such a heavy day because it's, like, in the wintertime, and it's also, like, you're playing at 5 in the morning. Like, typically, no mother wants to be woken up at 5 in the morning. You know what I mean? Usually, like, they want to be already awake or there's a party already for them.
They're like, this is great, but cabrón, you couldn't do this earlier.
For real, like, if someone woke me up, yo todo con lagañas, dude. And, you know, I sleep in my boxers, so, like, I walk out like, bro, like, do this shit later, dude. You know I'm not a morning person, you know.
You already know you get the hose, you're like, all right, get the fuck out of here. It's just like,
yeah. The hose. They'll turn the sprinklers on.
Right, sprinklers.
Call the police.
Don't even go outside to turn the sprinklers.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, that's it. That's everything. I think that's the end of the episode. I think it's pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah. So you guys check out the second Charro vlog if you guys enjoyed it. We have a little bit of the footage of what went down this weekend. It's a good way for you guys to see before we elaborate on the podcast. That's kind of what the idea behind that is. Check out charrobeanspodcast.com, which is still open. Still working on getting new merch. But those shirts are still up. Remember, rate, subscribe, like, share, all those good things. Comment. All of that is good feedback for us to continue this little shindig that we got.
Yeah.
So you got anything else?
Love you guys. Thank you for watching and hearing, and both.
That's it?
I'm fucking funny, bro. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Just you have any feedback, let me know.
Yeah, let us know, and we will see you guys next week.
Thank you guys.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Later. Hella
I'm like, the noises, they went through the wires and they met, so we basically kissed. Me voy.